Hi guys, this is Angie with Beauties and the Bigfoot, and I thought I would do something different for you guys today. I am going to read an article that I came across, and it is from National Geographic, and it is from October 23rd, 2003. And it says, Forensic expert says Bigfoot is real. You guys will have to excuse Peppers in the background. Of course, she had to come and be part of this. So, all right. Forensic expert says Bigfoot is real. We've all heard the stories of the large, hairy ape man that lives exclusively among the woods. But is it fact or fiction? Experts weigh in. It's been a subject of campfire fire stories for decades. A camera elusive grooming challenged bipedal ape man that roams the mountain regions of North America. Some call it Sasquatch, others know it as Bigfoot. Thousands of people claim to have seen the hairy hominid, but the evidence of its existence is fuzzy. There are few clear photographs of the oversized beast. No bones have ever been found. Countless pranksters have admitted to faking footprints. Yet a small but numerous number of scientists remain undeterred. Risking ridicule from other academics, they propose there's enough forensic evidence to warrant something that has never been done. A comprehensive scientific study to determine if the legendary primate actually exists. Given the scientific evidence that I have examined, I am convinced there's a creature out there that is yet to be identified, said Jeff Meldrum, a professor of anatomy and anthropology at Idaho State University in Pocatello. Thousands of sightings. Sasquatch stories go back centuries. Tales of the mythical giant apes lurk in the oral traditions of Native American tribes as well as in Europe and Asia. The Himalaya has its abominable snowman, or the Yeti. In Australia, Bigfoot is known as the Yowie Man. Bigfoot advocates hypothesize that the primate is the offspring of an ape from Asia that wandered to North America during the Ice Age. They believe there are at least 2,000 ape men walking upright in North America woods today. An adult male is said to be at least 8 feet tall, weighing 800 pounds, and have feet twice the size of humans. The creatures are described as shy and nocturnal, and their diets consist mostly of berries and fruits. Matt Moneymaker has been searching for Bigfoot for years. In the woods of eastern Ohio, he claims he finally came eye to eye with the elusive primate. It was 2 o'clock in the morning and the moon was a quarter full, recalled Moneymaker. Suddenly, there he was, an 8 foot tall creature standing 15 feet away, growling at me. He wanted to let me know I was in the wrong place. Moneymaker, who lives in Dana Point in Southern California, is a lawyer who runs his own marketing agency. In his spare time, he leads the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, a network of more than 3,000 people who claim to have seen the Sasquatch. Unfortunately, no one has been able to snap a clear picture of the beast. Perhaps the most compelling photographic evidence of Bigfoot is a controversial short film by Roger Patterson in 1967, which appears to document a female Bigfoot striding along a riverbank in Northern California. It certainly wasn't human. Now, Bigfoot advocates are increasingly turning to forensic evidence to prove the existence of the giant creature. Investigator Jimmy Chilcutt of the Conroe Police Department in Texas, who specializes in finger and footprints, has analyzed the more than 150 casts of Bigfoot prints that Meldrum, the Idaho State professor, keeps in a laboratory. Chilcott says one footprint found in 1987 in Walla Walla in Washington State has convinced him that Bigfoot is real. The ridge flow pattern and the texture was completely different than anything I have ever seen, he said. It certainly wasn't human and of no primate that I have examined. The print ridges flowed lengthwise along the foot, unlike human prints, which flow across. The texture of the ridges was about twice the thickness of human, which indicated that this animal has a real thick skin. Meldrum, meanwhile, says a 400-pound block of plaster known as the Skookum cast provides further evidence of Bigfoot's existence. The cast was made in September 2000 from an impression of a large animal that had apparently lain down on its side to retrieve some fruit next to a mud hole in the Gifford Pinchot National Forest in Washington State. Meldrum says the cast contains recognizable impressions of a forearm, a thigh, buttocks, an Achilles tendon, and heel. It is 40 to 50% bigger than a normal human, he said. The anatomy doesn't jive with any known animal. A few academics believe Meldrum could be right. Renowned chimpanzee researcher Jane Goodall last year surprised an interview from National Public Radio when she said she was sure that large undiscovered primates such as the Yeti or Sasquatch exist. The skeptics. But the vast majority of scientists still believe Bigfoot is little more than supermarket tabloid fodder. They wonder why no Bigfoot has ever been captured, dead or alive. The bottom line is they don't have a body, said Michael Dennett, who writes for Skeptical Inquirer magazine, and he has followed the Bigfoot debate for 20 years. Bigfoot buffs note that it's rare to find a carcass of a grizzly bear in the wild. While that's true, grizzlies have not escaped photographic documentation. Hair samples have been recovered from alleged Bigfoot encounters, have turned out to come from elk, bear, or cows. Many of the sightings and footprints, meanwhile, have proved to be hoaxes. After Bigfoot tracker Ray Wallace died in a California nursing home last year, his children announced that their prank-loving dad had created the modern myth of Bigfoot when he used a pair of carved wooden feet to create a track of giant footprints in a Northern California logging camp in 1958. Dennett says he's not surprised by the flood of Bigfoot sightings. It's the same kind of eyewitness reports we see for the Loch Ness Sea monster. UFOs, ghosts, you name it, he said. The monster thing is a universal product of the human mind. We hear such stories from around the world. All right, you guys, that is the end of the article, and please bear with me as this is the first time that I'm trying to do a recording like this. So we're going to see how it goes and if I should happen to do it again. But I thought that was an interesting article coming from National Geographic. So, and also in the video, I want you guys to notice the part, it's about midway up the screen on the right hand side. You'll notice in the beginning of the video, it's clear. And then right around, I'm not sure, I think it's around 6 minutes in, all of a sudden, one spot becomes blurry. Well, when I put my camera up there to videograph my woods outside of my house, I told the Bigfoot, anybody that would like to be on film, you're welcome to show up in the background. And anybody else needs to skedaddle because I am filming and it is going to go in the public onto my channel. So if you zoom in on that spot, it's like a group of trees. You will see what I believe is a small brown juvenile Sasquatch, Bigfoot. And then all of a sudden, the area where I saw him, there's like a blur. And it's just a blur in that area. So that tells me that somebody let us see him for like a hot second and then they blurred them out. I did not blur this out in the camera. I have done no editing other than adding my voice for this story. So I found that interesting, and this was taken about 7:45, 8 o'clock, maybe 8:15, and I just let the camera run while I went around and did some other stuff, and then I'm coming back to record the story afterwards. So I found that was interesting. I'll have to go over this footage, and it's literally just my iPhone sitting in my upstairs window pointed towards the woods. That's all I did, and I left the sound on, so you guys might hear some cars in the background. You'll definitely hear the rain on the roof. It is a rainy day here, as you can tell, and it's gloomy, which is actually a great night to cozy up on the couch and listen to a story. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we will try to do this again. I'll try to find some more articles, which in doing my little search, it's not hard to find an article at all from a bunch of different sources that you would not think that would comment on the Bigfoot. So we'll do this for a little bit. I know from listening to the other channels, the stories of the actual encounters are few and far between. So I thought in the meantime, while I'm still running around the woods looking for evidence of the Bigfoot, I would share some articles with you guys. So you guys have a great Monday night, and we will talk to you again soon. Thank you guys. And thank you guys for everybody that has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate it. And if you have any encounters you'd like to share, send them to beautiesandthebigfoot@outlook.com. And thank you guys again, and have a great night.